Yo, what's up, y'all? My name is Devin, and today we're going to be doing a full day of eating on a rest day on a bulk. So this is an interesting day for me to be doing a full day of eating, just because if you couldn't tell, I'm a little bit under the weather, right? If 100% is on your butt, you feel like crap and you're absolutely dying, I'd say I'm at like 50%. It's just like this, right? I can unfortunately only taste like 40% of my food, which is awesome when you have to eat a lot of food. So to give you guys a rundown on what my current calories / macros have looked like, and honestly, I haven't spoken to you guys about this in a while. So since the last time I did a full day of eating, I actually hired a coach. He is, if you guys have seen my sister-in-law, she competes. He is her coach. He has a gym down in Miami, Flex Appeal. That's his gym. He's a co-owner of it. And the way that he likes to do things is more so macros based. And the reasoning behind that is whenever we start prepping, which is probably going to be like in a year and a half. I'm just in a gaining phase right now. But the way that I've seen he does things is whenever we're in diet mode / prepping, he doesn't want the athlete to be too concerned with, calories consumed. Oh my God, I'm only eating 1,600 calories, because it becomes a little bit of a head game. So he works more so on macros rather than calories. But my calories for my rest days right now, 322 carbs, 232 grams of protein, and 85 grams of fat. Now, the reason why I'm eating so much protein, and I honestly was a little shook that I was eating that much protein, mainly because he says that my recovery needs to be way higher than it was. And also my blood work, because he looked at my blood work and my creatinine is fine, my kidney function is fine, my liver function is fine, that there's nothing wrong with me eating at the higher end of protein. So I'll be honest with you guys, I personally don't find it super necessary to eat that much protein, but when you're eating so much food, the food has to come from somewhere, and he's the coach. I'll let loose on that. We do have different, principles when it comes to eating food, but in all actuality, there's different ways to do things. And if you ask 5 coaches, what's the proper way to do X, Y, and Z, you might get 4.5 different answers. So when you hire a coach, you kind of have to, let them take the reins and see if it works. And if it works, then, you got to trust your coach, right? On my training days, which is not today, but just so that you guys are in the loop as well, my protein is 232, my fat is a little bit lower at 70 grams, and that's so that I have an easier time digesting my carbs, which on training days is 410 grams, okay? Timeline on competing, like I said, right now until ideally next May, I'm literally just going to be growing. My rate of growth has been around, I'd say probably like 0.4 ounces per week, and you have to figure I started the growth phase in May. If I'm going to be growing for a full year, I don't have the liberty to be gaining a pound of would most likely be fat per week. The leaner your bulking phase, the easier your cutting phase, and the less fat you're going to gain. I'm going to go ahead and do my check-in for you guys. So we're going to be vertical so you can see my entire slender man ass long torso.
Take a day off, work around the clock, my engineer getting paid off. Rock like Ace up, like the weed and take off. So high, cannot see, 8 off. Now I got these rappers all breaking up a sweat, cause every time I get up on the mic I come correct. And I learned it from the best, always dressing something fresh, looking for a little dime, big butt and nice chest. Yes, they heard I used to rock Guess, but now I'm rocking clothes that ain't in the stores yet.
Alright, y'all, so before I have my first meal of the day, I'm going to take you guys through all the supplements that I've been taking. So I'm going to be honest, it is quite a lot, and I've really learned how to, as wrong as this may sound, I've really learned how to swallow a lot of pills at once, because it is just simply a lot, and it's even more on training days. The first thing that I take is this IGF Mimic. This is not actually IGF. I take 4 tablets of this, and this is actually from my coach's company, Blackstone. It's a mimic, right? It's not going to be the most efficacious thing. It's not similar to like injecting myself with IGF-1, but it does help with recovery a little bit. The next thing I take is 4,000 IUs of vitamin D3. Right, so the next thing I take is not really, it's not about bodybuilding, but I also take oral minoxidil, 2.5 milligrams of this to help with hair growth. Some of y'all might not know, because this was a members only thing. If you want to know about this more, you can definitely join my members subscription. It's going to be, the link for that is going to be down below. It's going to say join. I got a hair transplant around 3 months ago, so that's why I've been buzzing my hair, because after 2/3 months post-op, the hair starts to shed and then it starts to regrow, and I just take oral minoxidil to help with my hair growth. So you might be like, Devin, why are you taking something to help with your hair growth if you're buzzing your crap? And that's because I don't want my hair to look super uneven. Now, next I take a pre and probiotic from the brand Jaro. And the last thing for now, and I take this before every single meal that has carbs, Glycolog. This pretty much just helps prevent insulin spikes whenever you have, carb-based meals. So I take 3 of these, and if you can't afford like a glucose disposal agent, you can always buy berberine from Amazon. That's what I most of the time suggest to my clients if they don't want to grab this. This is a little bit more efficacious because it also helps with fat absorption. So it is a little bit more productive. And again, I'm not like sponsored by this company. It's Blackstone. I'm just putting you guys onto something that I take, and it honestly is super helpful. So I'm about to have breakfast soon, so I'm just gonna take 3 of these, and you'll see me take these with every single meal. My breakfast is 80 grams of oats, 2 whole eggs, about a cup of almond milk, and 1 scoop of protein powder, 30 grams, 24 grams of protein. The macros on this, I'm gonna pop it somewhere over here. 61 grams of carbs, 49 grams of protein, and 26 grams of fat. Whenever you're bulking, try not to save all of your food intake for the later part of the day. The bigger your breakfast meal that you can actually digest, the better. When I'm training, this is cream of rice instead of oatmeal, because oatmeal is a complex carb, so it takes longer to digest, which is fine on a rest day. Versus on a training day, when I'm having this meal before I work out, I don't want to have a complex carb because it's going to sit in my stomach like a brick while I'm training. So I'll do cream of rice because it's a simple carb and it's a fast digesting carb, so it's going to be all used up while I'm training, right? In terms of the protein, I've been talking to a decent amount of brands, but with that being said, I've been very like meticulous about speaking to these brands. I want to get with a brand that is, first of all, obviously queer friendly, like as eye-rolly as that may sound. Some of these brands are like so ill, like Gym Bro Trend Twins annoying, and I have nothing in common with them. So the brand that I think I may be working with, and there's an Easter egg earlier in this video, is Legion. It's funny, like I heard about Legion through JPG coaching. I saw that he was always taking Legion products and that he's, sponsored by them, and I was like, this guy's like pretty damn smart, so I kind of trust him more than the average person. So they sent me out a care package, which was really dope of them. I have to say, I asked for their vegan protein because whey most of the time messes with my stomach, so this is pea and rice protein, which is phenomenal. I got the mocha cappuccino flavor, but also if you want to have a vegan protein and you don't really love shopping online and stuff like that, I'll be 1000% with you guys. This is really good as well. So this is the Sprouts vegan protein. Holy crap, the Sprouts vegan protein. Obviously I'm not sponsored by Sprouts, but I had to grab this because most of the protein up there is whey and it was messing with my stomach. Sprouts was clutch, and this actually tastes really good. Alright, so the eggs, as you can see, are over hard. I don't love when the yolk busts everywhere. Pause. In my opinion, that is just nasty. Bro, protein oats always hit. I actually have 3.5 more meals left to eat for the day. After this, I'm gonna go on a walk. I'm gonna get around 4,000 steps if my congestion and breathing allows me to. The cool part is that I could actually taste this. I was afraid that I was not going to be able to taste this meal, but I have no such issue, which is awesome. Yo, what's up, y'all? We are back, and things have progressed for the worse. I had to handle some errands. I had to run some errands. I also took my walk, and I checked up with my clients while on my walking pad. And maybe I was doing too much too soon because my sinuses are now way more congested. I have way more pressure in my skull, so I have also lost my sense of taste. So that sucks. I took more Dayquil. We'll see what's up. But the show must go on, so this is my next meal. Around 4.7 ounces of tilapia, 100 grams of zucchini, and then 100 grams of white rice. I seasoned it. We'll see if I can even taste that. It might just be for show, whatever. As promised, of course, taking my glycolog so I can digest this rice and zucchini in an efficient manner. So I also forgot that I'm supposed to be having 1 kiwi. If y'all could see that, that's a kiwi, and my girlfriend's ramekin, or whatever the hell you call this. Probably the acidity is gonna hurt my throat. We'll survive. I can taste the idea of a zucchini. It's kind of how like LaCroix is like orange LaCroix, but it's just the idea of an orange. That's what this is. I get a little hit of garlic, a little hit of salt. There's something. It's better than nothing. What's up, homies? So I'm eating this meal. This is my last meal before dinner. I'm eating it much later than I should be. It is 4:17. I'm supposed to be eating this meal at like 3:30. Full transparency, I took a sick nap. Holy crap, I took a sick nap, and I think it helped a little bit because now I can taste things. So that's cool. It might also be the Dayquil that I took. I probably wouldn't be eating this meal that I'm about to show y'all if I didn't have a coach. And that's part of why I hired a coach, because as you guys know, I like to see my abs. So whenever something like this would pop up, like if I injure myself or if I am sick, anything that, you know, prevents me from training at 100%, I would be like, oh, well, I'm not training 100%, so I don't have to eat 100%. And I would like, you know, reduce my calories because I would be afraid of getting fat. I would see my abs in like 2 seconds and my coach is like, hey bro, you still need to be eating as much as you possibly can. So if it weren't for him, I would literally probably be like skipping this meal and just having a smaller dinner. Next meal is French toast. This is peanut butter French toast because my fat is a little bit higher. What I use to create the peanut butter is PB2, and I mix it with almond milk and just a little bit of sugar-free syrup to give it that not boring ass flavor. This is gonna be my final meal before dinner. Dinner is gonna be probably around like 6:37. As promised, every single day, bro, 3 caps of glycerol. Ooh, I better be able to taste this because it looks freaking good. My mouth is dry and the peanut butter is really sticking.
¿Qué dices? Saoco, papi, saoco.
Saoco, papi, saoco.
Cuando pone perla en el collar, te pipián diferentes, ya no son perla uno. Cuando los cubitos de hielo ya no se guarda hielo, se congela uno.
Holy crap, we have miraculously arrived at dinner. I did not originally plan on having this meal. I was originally planning on having spaghetti with broccoli and it was gonna be nice and tasty. I was gonna use my vegan cheese. But yeah, I still got some cold stuff going on. So I made myself a big bodybuilder bowl, but this chicken noodle soup has a lot of calories and I'm actually gonna be taking digestive enzyme with this soup. I think that me being sick and eating a larger meal, it's gonna cause indigestion. So I'm gonna take this digestive enzyme so hopefully I don't have that nasty burning sensation in my throat. This meal is 94 grams of carbs, 62 grams of protein, and 23 grams of fat. It's just udon noodles, chicken breast, 8 ounces of chicken breast, and 150 grams of green bean. I think that my taste has been playing tricks with me, so this is a weird one. This is a weird sickness. Pray for me that I don't get indigestion when I'm eating this big ass bowl of soup, and I'll see y'all shortly. Alright y'all, so I'm gonna be 1000% honest. I'm kind of like, I just got hit like a brick. So essentially I cannot taste anything. I literally just took a shot of this hot sauce just to make sure that I genuinely cannot taste anything. Straight on my tongue, good squirt, pause. Couldn't taste a damn thing. Like I felt the sensation of heat, but I didn't taste the flavor, so this freaking sucks. So I'll show y'all what my next thing was gonna be, right? I was gonna have this Barbell's protein bar in this pint for the Ninja Creamy that used some of the Mocha Espresso protein powder from Legion. That is my full day of eating. It's right now 8:29. Honestly, I'm so bummed out. I'm probably just gonna go to bed relatively soon to try to sleep off whatever this is. Maybe I'll wake up with my sense of taste, which would be fantastic. One thing that I got from Legion, which is literally insane, that I was able to taste this yesterday, is their sleep aid. So the sleep aid comes with magnesium, melatonin, GABA, which are all very, very, very helpful when it comes to getting sleep. Whenever it's a work day, or honestly any type of day, I have anxiety and I have this issue where it's hard for me to turn my brain off due to stress. The GABA specifically helps kind of dull out your neurotransmitters so that you're not as active brained before you go to sleep, so this becomes very useful. And I was honestly pleasantly surprised because I was expecting either gummies or capsules. One serving for this is 4 tablets, right? So I'm like, okay, cool, bet I'll just swallow these 4 tablets. They're actually chewables, and the chewables, when you can taste like candy. Like, okay, if I could taste this, I wish, man. When I was able to taste last night, I was blown away. I should have filmed my reaction then. If you are interested in one-on-one coaching, custom meal plan, or a custom training plan, definitely feel free to shoot me an email. That's gonna be right over here. You can also visit my website. That's gonna be linked down below. Devin loves you, Devin's a Don, and Devin is out of here for you.